But we're releasing the gastroc, we're releasing the soleus, we're taking tissue out of the plantar surface of the foot, we're releasing the heel cord, the Achilles. Start to expand your understanding of the anatomy. Start to have a larger impact on what you're doing. Don't just roll up and down. There's so much more to this. That's why you cannot beat the hands of a skilled manual therapist. But these tools and techniques are pretty affordable, and they're portable, and you can do this anytime that you want. I cost a lot of money to come to your house and to do this stuff. In fact, I don't do house calls anymore, but even if you come see me, the soft tissue work is going to cost you a little bit of money. Here you can have a pretty good effect right here. So we're talking about the lower extremity. I'm going to move on to one more, and then we're going to take a little short break. We're going to go after the tibia anterior. People might ask us, why are you going to address the tibialis anterior when it's not a typically short and tight muscle? The reason being is if someone is stuck in plantar flexion with an overactive calf complex or mechanically shortened calf complex, you cannot have shortness without length. So if the gastroc complex is shortened, then the dorsiflexors and tibialis anterior are lengthened. If you leave a muscle eccentrically lengthened and loaded all the time, fighting against the gastroc, toxins build up, trigger points build up, discomfort is developed. So when we're talking about releasing the anterior tib, I like to go and use this little fella. I mean, I was like, well, I don't use the white one anymore, I'm too tough. Use this in case you need it. He likes me. Came back over there. But we're going to use the white foam roll. We're going to get on the tibia anterior. If someone's got shin splints and it's coming from the tibia anterior, this can be helpful. This can be great in preventing them. This takes a little bit of control. It takes a little bit of practice. And if you're not careful, you can put some pressure on the knee complex. You should be really handling your body with your upper extremity, hanging onto a bench or a table or an ottoman, or arms are on the floor. And you have to have decent core stability and control before you do it. So your hands are going to be here. I'm going to change my positions a few times so you can see me. My lower extremity is internally rotated. My foot is relaxed. I'm going to go through the belly of the tibia anterior. You're going to get mostly the belly of the tibia anterior through the proximal 2/3 of the tibia, but all through this area. Now I want you to watch my right leg. See, as I drive pressure down into it, I can add more weight. I can lean more body weight into it. And let me show you what that might look like from head on. I'm coming across my body. I'm internally rotating my lower extremity. And I'm using my arms, I'm using my body weight to control myself. So you can go through that slow, steady roll. You can hold 20 or 30 seconds for that release. Now remember, if you're getting pain, numbness, and tingling shooting to another part of the body, there could be a trigger point. Hold that for 30 to 60 seconds. If there's a decrease in discomfort, that means it was a trigger point. If you find a trigger point, don't just do it once and then let it go away. I want you to bring that to resolution. I want you to stay on that trigger point 30 to 60 seconds until the referral goes away. The referral can be pain, numbness, tingling, heat, cold, crying, tearing, sweating, goosebumps, any autonomic nervous system sensation. If you get that, hold for up to a minute, it should subside up to 75%. Stay on that spot, push more. If the referral returns, it's a trigger point. I want you to bring it to resolution. I want you to repeat this cycle up to 3 times until you cannot elicit the same intensity of trigger point. If you have the time, take it to resolution, get it completely away so there's no more referral. It's going to be a little aggravated spot that we've talked about in the lecture that can refer pain, numbness, or tingling, but it can also refer tightness to other parts of the body, even antagonists. So a trigger point in the tibia anterior can activate, can cause problems within your gastroc complex, which we don't want. So the tibia anterior, maybe that's one of those secrets. You must address the tibia anterior. Now what if you want to use the stick or a ball? A ball can work pretty well here. Be kind, use a tennis ball at first. Push down in and you can have some active release with plantar flexion, active release with dorsiflexion. Sometimes the muscle tracks tool that you can use to hold in your hand, or the stick or the tiger tail, lots of different things can be used for the tibia anterior. If you're feeling a little bit more aggressive and you need some more bite, you can go ahead and use the quad roller or the quad baller like this. This takes a great amount of control from your knee. You don't need much body weight into this. This can be pretty ruthless. But for runners or people who've got tightness in their calves or are concerned about shin splints and their source is the anterior tibialis, or you just have the symptom of tension there, that can be a great way to take out some tissue that's been eccentrically loaded, provide some fresh blood in, flush out toxins, and then it will be much more much more receptive to any strengthening that you would do from there, and then any activation, or activation, strengthening, or then integration work from there.